event comes in 4 phases, and it starts with us in dream time, understanding that the disunity consciousness paradox remedy reality we're in right now is literally the remedy for all the timeline genocide wars, all the timeline manipulation scenarios, timeline manipulation of propaganda. All of that is coming to a head where all of the players are playing their last move in the multidimensional game of timeline chess. And the only way to dissolve and redact and remove the remedy of a paradox that we're all stuck in is to literally for us to experience the infinity in dream time. Have either of you ever had a dream, taken a day nap when you thought you only slept 5 minutes and you woke up and it's 2 hours later and you had an incredible dream?
Oh, yeah.
This is the beginning of it, where people will get that.
Mm-hmm.
Or you'll have 2 people walking down the street and they look at each other and go deja vu at the exact same moment, and then the other guy says deja vu of you going deja vu, and the other guy goes deja vu of you having deja vu.
Right.
This is where disunity reality begins to break down on the individual level, and our dream time is where we'll be able to heal ourselves with the infinite energy of having to be in disunity paradox remedy reality. So the breakdown of this reality comes from us experiencing the dream world, knowing that our future selves, who cannot make choices because only the ever-present mighty I am self can make the choice of sovereign free will and remove themselves from disunity paradox remedy reality. Mm-hmm. So it comes in 4 stages, where it starts with dreams. The children will be affected first. They'll go into their class before they go to school. They have that period where everybody has breakfast together.
Sure.
Or if you want, one kid will say, "Well, I had this dream," and another kid had said, "Oh, I had that same dream," and 3 or 4 people around the table, "I had the same dream," and that will spread all over the world. And domination and control can't stop people from sharing dreams at a breakfast table.
Right.
Okay, the most basic things like that. We have another person that has a car accident the night before, and when the doctor comes in the morning to check on him, the broken bones are healed because that person dreamed themselves healing the bones.
Wow.
Okay, you'll have another scenario where a newscaster will literally dream an event before it happens and will say it on air. You'll have other scenarios where adults that are in like nursing homes will experience their entire ancestral lineage and have life reviews while they're still alive, which will drastically change their entire paradigms and perceptions. It's at the individual level that the individual I am self experiences the infinity, and that individual I am self determines how they begin healing themselves of having to live in this paradox. So the event isn't geopolitical. The event isn't the choice of the forces of domination and control going, we give up. It isn't their choice. It's our individual choice. And how it evolves is we'll make a bunch of local realities that will house those people who aren't ready for the change. The world will begin to change, but some will never perceive a change, while others will perceive total change. Mm-hmm. It comes for that victory event that we've won. There will be many that have to experience that. And there are others that are waiting to get off and don't give a crap about the actual event.
Right.
They just want to go. They've been stuck here for millions of years, and they're done.
Yeah.
Okay? But again, no one gets to go unless we all go at the same time. The next thing is we have off-world people that are very positive. They're trying to interact with us. Mm-hmm. The event, they'll be able to use the Earth Dreamtime sentience as a waypoint to begin communication with each other's, mm-hmm. with us. Mm-hmm. They are our soul family. They've been prevented from incarnating with us. You'll recognize these beings simply by their light and their love. Mm-hmm. I mean, how many times have either of you met somebody, you just know who they are?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay? The same thing comes with those off-world species. Just the inner knowing. And when the event begins to modify the way people think, and the system of domination and control is creating fear events or whatever else it tries to do in their last moves of multidimensional chess to instill propaganda, the whole point of them doing that is to influence the graduating timeline and where they're going to go. They want them to not go to where their soul family is. They want them to go to somewhere else. And if they can create a mythical piece of propaganda that's been in our history for 2 million years because they created it out of thin air,
right.
And there are people that are almost in their fullness of their sovereign free will, and then the reality collapses, they're going to go by the carrot and stick method.
Yep.
Okay? And then there are others that are going to go, no, we must go to where our natural heart's desire is, to return to our soul family status, to finish these relations and exchanges of soul codes so that we are complete in our soul families. So the event, it is a multidimensional Dreamtime-based event that has 4 phases in it. The first phase is the children sharing the dreams. The second phase is the adults experiencing massive deja vu, and then similar dreams as the children. The third phase is when the really hardcore religiosity people begin to have a breakdown of the religion because of its falseness. And then the fourth part is, we'll just describe it as when energetic air cities from the past that were locked out because of timeline genocide wars will begin taking place in the North Pole and the South Pole, and people will literally be able to physically project themselves up to these points, like by remote viewing, remote interpretation, or remote experiencing, and then begin the ambassadorial process of understanding who's soul family and who's not. By learning what is the truth through the Akashic record, by understanding that many sides have many different perspectives, and for us as the graduating timeline, we have to understand there are entire thousands and thousands of planets that their graduation and ascension is held up because of ours. Yeah. Because there's people that have been stuck here. Yeah. They're in a situation where they can't graduate simply because they don't have the fundamental pieces to graduate.
Yeah.
And we're those fundamental pieces, and we're going to be the healing for those other worlds. When I say healing, it's like I described. We're going to teach them how to be children, how to raise children, how to be pregnant, how to take care of children at a young age and not put them in incubators for hundreds of years. You know, if you have a woman that's 80,000 years old and never had kids, she doesn't understand, no matter how much she's observed us here on Earth. There are other situations where, like I've said, the genetic pools of these races has run completely out. They've scientifically exterminated any chance for them to procreate naturally. Yeah. And there's going to be true love events between one person there and a person here that literally spontaneously creates an energetic child, which allows soul family status to be created within that scientific creation. Many of these species have no link to a tree of life, have no link to a sacred feminine planet, because they've literally made their planet ships, and there's no sentience behind it other than the hive sentience they create through artificial technology.
Yeah.
And we'll teach them how to ask a sentience that's newly immigrated from another universe to come into their planet ships and literally be a sacred masculine or sacred feminine, so that their ships literally have a sentience behind it, inside it.
Wow. Where does that fit with the a lot of people saying that Prime Creator will be sending a pulse from the center, either the Great Central Sun or something to that effect? Is there anything like that you see?
Oh yeah, that already happened and is still happening.
Okay.
As I said, on March 20th to 22nd, 2013, there was an audit in which Prime Creator read every soul contract.
Correct.
At every level and understood every part of the equation and understands how to resolve the issues here. And then it then asked a series of very powerful sacred neutral beings to come in and be walk-ins for those people that were not agreeing to literally change. You know, there was a clause in there that said that he can create change by creating walk-ins.
Okay.
The thing is, when a high energy being walks in, it literally has to take over all of the spirit contracts that person is holding.
Wow.
And if you're, let's say, a senator or you're a high-end banker, you hold spirit contracts that literally is for the exchange for value system.